Well, good morning, Doug. Thanks for having me on. And it's really important that we come here because this is about accountability for this administration. I am here for the second time since I took office to hear directly from those on the front lines. We need to have real solutions to secure our border, and our border czar hasn't even been to the border. And it is a real concern, escalating every single week and compounding every single week. Not only have we seen an increased number of illegal immigrants coming across our border, but we also had a suspected terrorist released at the border into the country, allowed to roam freely in our country for 2 weeks. So last week I sent a letter to the administration demanding answers for this. And today I'm going to be asking the questions here to make sure that we aren't releasing dangerous people into our country.
But, Representative Hinson, tell me the difference between, because I hear so much about the Border Patrol and the Biden administration are on two completely different playbooks. Is that the way that it feels to you when you're talking to people who have the boots on the ground?
Well, the boots on the ground have, frankly, been handcuffed by this administration. They are not able to fully do their job. The Department of Homeland Security, of course, we know is under the purview of Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, and his guidance that he's issued on enforcement, not only to CBP but to ICE in terms of what arrests they can make, who they can deport. They truly have been handcuffed, not to mention they are just being inundated, and so their resources are stretched thin. And President Biden inherited a secure border. I think that shouldn't go without saying, and then we could have it again right away with some very simple policy changes. We need to end catch and release. We need to enforce Remain in Mexico policy. Title 42, our Customs and Border Patrol agents have been saying we want this to be permanent. Let's make it permanent. They're asking Congress to do that. And then finally, the wall. I mean, one of the things, we are in McAllen, and we are actually just a few miles away from what I would call the graveyard of steel, $350 million in unused steel that would go to actually build the wall and secure our country. So this is a safety and security issue, and this is an accountability issue for the administration.
Representative Hinson, I'm going to tell you, I've got cousins that have a ranch down on the Arizona-Mexico border, and this is one of the issues that they deal with on a daily basis. Not only individuals stumbling through, not only coyotes who are dragging people through, the lawless place where people are taking guns through the area, and then every once in a while they'll just find dead bodies just out in the middle of the desert.
Right.
Because but that's there. How does this, talk to me about how this relates back to what's going on in the state of Iowa?
Right. Well, I think you mentioned the coyotes and the cartels. So they are winning this smuggling war right now. This is a human trafficking issue, and this is a drug trafficking issue as well. So when I'm back home talking with our law enforcement, they continue to say, hey, the federal government is failing. I had someone approach me at a Marshalltown town hall about this directly. They said, we need local resources because we can't keep up with the surge coming in from the southern border, the surge of drugs. In our communities, it's meth. It is fentanyl. We all know that it only takes a little bit of fentanyl to kill people. In fact, a Splenda packet can kill hundreds of people if you look at the size of a Splenda packet. Mm-hmm. So this is a dangerous drug that has made its way into our backyard, and we need to do everything we can to stop that surge of dangerous drugs and stop that surge of illegal immigration.